Hi everyone, welcome back to Nails by Sora. I hope you're all doing well. Excuse me as I roll up my sleeves to get ready to do a haul. Some of it is glorious, some of it is not so glorious. It's just basic stuff that I need for my new job. But I wanted to go through it. First and foremost, if you watched my last haul from Daily Charm, I had subscribed to the Charm box, but I was missing the item. I was missing these multicolored hearts. Excuse me. I'm still a little out of breath because I've been under the weather. Recontracted COVID. That's a joy. But yeah, so I've got some fuchsia, red, and black hearts. They are pretty thin in profile. Concave on one side and convex on the other, which means that they have a slightly beveled appearance, and they'll be a lot of fun to play with for Valentine's Day. So I had contacted them, letting them know that it wasn't in my box, so they went and sent it out to me, which was very nice of them, along with an extra keychain, which I don't know that I necessarily needed, but I'll have to... Did I cut myself? I did. I don't know what I cut myself on. Nope, it's a piece of watermelon. Anyway, I'll have to find someone to gift this to. So then to get into the haul, I went to the Studio Nail and Lash Supply, which is a store that just opened up near me in Boynton Beach. And I picked up, I was running out of a can of nail enamel dryer, which I won't necessarily need for the new job, but if I have clients here at home, I will definitely need it. It really helps. It's not a miracle worker, but it does help dry enamel a little bit faster. If you've ever gotten your nails done in a salon where you've gotten varnish, regular nail polish, you've noticed it at every drying station. You just spray it on top and it helps your nail polish dry a little bit faster. So I got that. I got 2 nail art brushes for acrylic. They're Kolinsky brushes, which is sable hair. And I got a size 2 and a 4 so that I can do 3D acrylic work. And also, I find a lot of my clients, at least at school, have really, really tiny nail beds. And if they come in for acrylic fills, sometimes it's hard, even with the smallest acrylic brush, which is a size 8. Which is what I have, to get into the corners without getting it up on their sidewalls or their nail fold. So I wanted some smaller brushes for that. Then I got a little clear glass liquid cup to keep on my desk at work so that I can sanitize my bits while I'm working. So that's this. I already have a jar of, or a bottle of Barbicide. So I'm not really sure. I had a training day at the salon and they use UV lights to sanitize the equipment, and I was told in school that those don't really sanitize, that in order to really kill any bacteria you need to use hospital grade insecticide, Barbicide. So I didn't really see anything on site, but then again I didn't really go over proper sanitation methods with them when I was there. So I bought some, where is it? Some self-seal sanitation pouches so that I could sanitize my tools at home and then just bring them back and forth with me in already sealed pouches. I really hope that the salon does have proper sanitation methods. If not, then I will be doing it on my own. But I also got an acrylic, a monomer dapping dish to have on my desk. I have this one already from Kiara Sky, which is basically the same, but I saw this pink one and I really liked it. And there's no liquid evaporation from the jar. It creates a really nice stiff seal, a really nice strong seal. And yeah, so that's going to be pretty on my desk. Put it back into the box so that it doesn't break. I have a sterilization jar for here at home. Then I picked up this little heart-shaped brush holder for my desk. Which I'm on the fence about whether or not I want to leave my brushes and stuff on my desk. I really don't know anyone there that well. I would like to hope that people wouldn't just go and use my tools when I'm not there, but I've heard a lot of horror stories of people working at other salons where they leave for the day and then they find their stuff used or missing. So I'll have to see. I got this bit holder for my drill bits. I got some extra nippers and some extra cuticle pushers. I got some glue for here at home because I really don't have any good nail glue, and I've heard really good stuff about KDS. I've watched videos where people use it and literally in seconds it seals or adheres the nail to the false nail to the natural nail, so I picked up some of those. Some of this stuff is just for here at home because most of the equipment I'll have at work. But the only thing I need to bring with me is my tools, which is why I wanted to have some extras. What else did I get? I got some more gems because I was running out of rose gold. I'm going to be doing my graduation manicure tonight after I finish recording this. So I got some, these are actually more iridescent than I thought. I thought they were clear. But I got some small odd-shaped gems and some smaller round flatbacks. And then last but certainly not least, I picked up some more colors. I do want to do a review on a Prey gel color because I've been really having a love affair with them lately. These are the three colors I picked up today. I wanted to try to get the Pantone Peach Fuzz color. Caribbean Sunset seems to be the closest, at least from what I could remember in my head. I didn't have a swatch with me. But I loved this colorways. It would be really beautiful. It kind of makes me think of the end of summer, so it's a little early in terms of having like an ombre, analogous color, rainbow ombre type deal. But I love these names: Caribbean Sunset, Meow-ficent. I just noticed that, and Vampire Drunk. And I have two other colors, which I don't have out with me right now. They're in my kit for school. But I will definitely do an Prey haul and review. But yeah, so that's it for this haul today. I think I will swatch these. Just give me a moment to clean up my station and then we'll get into the swatch. All right, everyone, I'm back ready to do the swatches. I did want to first show you the other colors that I had gotten back about a couple of weeks ago. So the first one is Organic Eggshell, which is this beautiful pinky taupey nude. Then we've got Pressed Rose, which is a muted lavender. And then Deja Brew, which is a beautiful brown coffee color. So I'm I am very much into the winter colors right now, the deep browns and kind of like wine reds and everything. But I didn't want to get too heavy into the dark colors because we are going to be going into spring soon. So I figured I'd lighten it up a bit. Excuse me. So the first color I'm going to swatch is Caribbean Sunsets. You'll forgive me for spelling it wrong on the swatch, although my thumb is covering it right now. I gave it 2 R's and 2 B's, and it has only 1 R and 2 B's. So like I said, I will do a full review on Apres and their gel colors, but right now I just want to swatch these. So I'm going to go ahead and do 2 coats of each. You want to make sure, I always forget, you want to make sure you shake your gel colors. I'm so used to being told not to shake polishes that I forget that gel polishes do need to be shaken because they separate a bit. This is Meow-ficent. Which is going to be your deeper pinky orange, more of a coral. And then moving on to Vampire Drunk, which I will definitely need to use for Valentine's Day. It's a bit more of a true red than what I saw or what I thought it looked like in the store. All right, so we've got Caribbean Sunset, Meow-ficent, and Vampire Drunk. I love these colors. I love the bottles. I love the brushes. I love everything about Apres. I think I've kind of been sleeping on them as a company, but definitely going to get into using them more, exploring their full coverage tips, maybe their pre-colored tips for doing press-ons. I'm not quite sure yet, but there will definitely be a review coming up, so look for that. As of the rest of this video, I'm going to get into my manicure, so here we go. All right, so we're ready to go on with the manicure. I have done my full removal. I have done, excuse me, ow, I just cracked my neck. I've done my prep and my backfill, which admittedly there didn't need to be much because I just did my nails last week. So and I've got a hair. I've got a few hairs. How does that happen? Maybe because I'm wearing a sweater that has the equivalent of another cat embedded in it. Anyway, this is going to be my graduation set because I graduate from school next week as a soon-to-be licensed nail tech. I'm very excited. And for this manicure, I'm going to go all out, or at least all out for me. So my goal is to have kind of a neutral background with some glitter ombreing down the nail. And then I want to do some jewels and what's it called? Chains. And we'll see what else we'll get up to. But I don't really want too much color in it. I don't want it to get too crazy. So for the gems and jewels, I'm not quite sure. I picked up the ones from earlier that I picked up were from, this smaller odd shapes. Oop! Let's not knock them all over the place. So we've got these. I want to maybe add in some of the clear flatbacks for accents. Nothing in there that I want to use. Hamana. Do I want to use any moons and stars? I don't think so. I want to keep it in a silver motif. Yeah, so I'm not going to use any of Lizette's because they're colored. But then for chains, I want to use this one with the little circles, the flat circles. So I'm going to start off with, let's get back to the program here. I'm going to start off with number 091 from Tiny. And I'm probably only going to do one coat because I want it somewhat translucent. And then going in with F-Gel 87, this beautiful glitter for the ombre. So we'll start off with basics. We'll start off with our Tiny, kind of like a blue-gray. Well, maybe I'll do two coats. We'll see. I'll do one coat, see how it looks, and then I'll start ombreing. Well, no, I won't start ombreing because I'll see if I want to do another coat. I'm a little all over the place. My stomach is upset, which you didn't need to know. So using my detail brush just to pull the color in towards the cuticle. And I'm going to go ahead and flash that for 30 seconds.
Dance for me, easy tiger, easy, let your hair down. Come closer, let me see all your million faces and all your million mistakes. You don't need to hide.
Okay, so this is where we're at with one coat. I'm thinking about going in and seeing what a second coat looks like. It's giving very milky white to me, which I'm just coming out of with my last manicure, and I didn't want to really do, I was considering it, doing another milky white base, but I figured I'd go a little bit, change things up a bit. So let's see. Yeah, I think I like that. A little bit darker, a little bit moodier. Still classy, but definitely has a presence. Presence. All right, and for another flash cure, and then I'm gonna finish the rest of my nails. All right, so the next step is to ombre the glitter down, which in the traditional ombre, you're using two colors, or I should say in the basic ombre, you're using two colors and you're mixing them together on the nail. But with glitter, it makes it a little bit easier because you don't really need to ombre it with anything unless you're mixing it with a color. But my intention is just to kind of disperse it down the nail without mixing it with anything else. So I'm just going to wet my ombre brush, and it's from Madame Glam. And I'm going to take my F-gel glitter and I'm going to paint it halfway up the nail. Kind of like so. And then I'm going to take my ombre brush and I'm going to just take some of the glitters and wash it down the nail. I may do 2 coats depending upon how much coverage I get towards the tip. Could always take a little bit more, drop it down there. And scooch that back up there. Just make sure that the glitters are laying flat because you don't want to build up any real thickness. All right, I'm going to go ahead and give that a flash cure just to set it, and then I'm going to move on and do the rest of the nails in the same fashion. Fashion!
Like feathers in the wind, we dance along. someone like you to stand by me always. And I dream of a man like you, warm and tender every single day. What if we would join our forces? What a bliss. You make me understand this place in a whole different way. You make me wanna live this life to the
All right, so we've got our base color and glitter complete. The two accent nails are going to be my thumb and my ring finger, but I'm thinking about adding in some of the smaller flatbacks on my other nails, kind of just to mirror the larger pieces of glitter and to bring some of the design into the rest of the nails. So I'm going to use my rhinestone nail glue from McCart, and I'm going to use the precision point tip to apply the glue. And then I need my wax tool, which I always choose the wrong end to start. And I'm going to go in just placing them randomly on the nail. I don't want too many. Let's see how 5 look. Now where did I put the glue?
I will read you love poems. Hope that you get kind. Play something really slow and ask you to dance with me, even stay with me.
I try to go in odd numbers, but thinking I want to put one more right there. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I think for right now, I'm going to take it off. It may be better just to go in with some actual glitter pieces, but I'm going to come back to it. So I'm going to, actually I'm going to leave the nail glue out. No, I'm not going to use the nail glue. For the larger crystals, I'm going to use my builder gel. So I'm going to start off with the chain. Do I have enough? Yeah, that should be enough for 4 nails. And I've got my cutters. So we want to measure how long the nail is. I have never done this before, so bear with me. I'm going to assume it's going to come just before. For this one, actually, I am going to use nail glue, I think. Or do I want to use base gel? I don't know. Let's get an application brush, shall we? Let's. Gonna press that down flat, scooch it in a little bit off the free edge. Alright, I think I'm good with that. I'm going to flash it to set it in place, and then I'm going to start placing the other gems. She says she's good with it, and then she keeps on futzing with it. Okay, I thought I was recording, but I wasn't recording. Turns out I was just talking to myself, which is nothing unusual. I talk to myself a lot. But I went and finished this nail. I realized halfway through that I wasn't recording, so I figured I would just finish it and show you the results, and then I will show you how I got those results by actually recording. So this is so far outside the box for me, and I'm not really sure if I like it, but hopefully it'll grow on me. It is definitely what I wanted to accomplish, so yay, go me. I'm hoping nothing happens and it doesn't snag and get ripped off. I think it's pretty well secure. I made sure I went and top coated on the underside, on the free edge, and up and around the inside. The gems are nice and secure. So I'm going to go in and do my ring finger now. So going back in with what I did before, with taking our chain and just running it around the length of the nail. These are not at all as sharp as I thought that they will be. There we go. Hopefully it's the right length now. And we're going to go ahead and do that again, now that it is shortened. Probably would have helped if I had put some gel on the nail first to secure it. But at least now I know that it fits. So I'm going to take it off again. And I'm going to be using my base gel. It is a thick viscosity builder gel. And I'm just going to paint a thin layer on the entire nail. All right, I think that's pretty good. Just gonna scooch this up a little bit and tilt it down. And now I'm going to go and give this a cure. So continuing on, I'm going to take some more builder gel and build up the inside of the framework here. because we're going to use this as our glue for the rest of the charms. Go ahead and use your liner brush to make sure that it's really nice and smooth and level. And then choose your gems. I'm going to use slightly different ones from what I used on my thumb because it's a smaller working space. So I'm going to use a square instead of a rectangle. Then I think I'm going to use a triangle. And I want to use this ovoid shape. Then on my thumb, I took some of the smaller flatbacks. And then I went in with some caviar beads.
To the flames. Come closer, dance for me. Easy, tiger, easy, let your hair down. Come closer, let me see all your million faces.
All right, now to finish off this nail, we're just going to go in with our top coat. I am using Top Coat by Apres because I find it gives the shiniest of all shines of any of the gel polishes I have used. So I'm going to make sure not to go over any of the gems. You can go over the caviar beads, that's fine. And you can go right up against the chain because you want to make sure that is nice and snug and secure. And then go around your free edge as well. Now I'm once again going to take my liner brush and just make sure that the gel is pulled in around all edges of the gems. Put a little bit in the center there. And then just turn your nail upside down so that it flows towards the apex. Go ahead and give it a look. There's a bit of a divot right here, so I'm going to level that out. And then get it in the lamp to cure. All right, we are almost done. I do want to take some of these larger, I don't remember if I had recorded it or not, if I thought I was recording or not. I was going to put some of the flatbacks on my other nails, but I decided I didn't like the way it looked. So I'm going to take, if I can grab them, some of the larger glitters from our gel polish and just place them on the nail. It turns out I don't have any plain silver glitter that I can pull from, so I just dispensed some of the gel onto my palette. Okay, can we pick it up? With something. You know what? I think I'm just going to leave it as is. don't need to go into overkill. So I'm going to finish off my nails by top coating, and then I will finish my right hand.
When you're with me, let every wave gently kiss away some of the hardness from those brief yet gloomy days. Wilderness, we give you our mess. We're so blessed to have you anchor our hearts and give us a fresh start. Wilderness, we've come for you. We'll misbehave, stay up till late, share all our secrets.
We are giving all of the bling. Okay, we are at the end of this video. You have to let me know what you think down in the comment section below. If this is a manicure you would do on yourself, what you think of it, where you think I could improve it, if you think I need to. There are some things I would change. For instance, the chain that I use to surround the nail, I think I would use a regular chain instead of ones with the little flat metal pieces on it. I think it makes the nail look a little bit misshapen because it doesn't lay flat. And I think for this purpose, I would have done better just to use a plain chain, as it were. But I do love the way they turned out. It's definitely the most fantastic nail I've ever done. The most outrageous, and I love the way they turned out. I do have a little bit of gel stuck to the top of these nails from when I placed them on the nail to test out the layout, but that's okay. I'm sure with a little bit of scrubbing, maybe a little bit of acetone directed on top, I can clean it up a bit. But right now I'm going to finish up with some cuticle oil, and I'm going to be using Prairie from Madam Jam. Madam Jam. We are jamming with the Madam Jam. Madam Glam. It's been a very long day. I didn't sleep well last night. But anyway, that's going to bring us to the end of this video. Thank you so much once again for joining me. Please hit that like and subscribe button and leave a comment if you so wish. And while you're at it, hit that notification bell so that you always know when new videos are available. All the information for the products that I used will be in the description box below. And if you have any comments or questions as to any of the products or techniques I used in this video, please let me know. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.